Okay, Jordan. So, Jordan, number one thing before we go into this movie, there's a huge preamble that's got to happen here because the reasons that'll become apparent in a minute. Number one, first thing, this movie came out in 2006. This movie came out in 2006. Big important thing you got to remember. Now, Jordan, I need you to stay with me on this. I need you to follow me on this, and I need you to stop me when any of this sounds familiar. Okay? There's a man. He's an entertainer. This entertainer is fed up with the system and is saying that the system is rigged, that really it's just two sides of the same coin. Democrats, Republicans, doesn't matter. And this man, this entertainer, stands outside of the system and is the only one who could save you from the system and change the system. And he runs for president. And nobody thinks, Jordan, you're not stopping me. Nobody thinks that this entertainer...
Stop. You need to stop. For the love of God, stop right now.
Jordan, this entertainer runs for president, and amongst all odds against him, manages to become president.
Wow, that sounds familiar.
And he becomes president, and several people said, I voted for you, and I didn't vote because I didn't think there was ever a chance in hell that you would become president.
When did this come out? 2006?
Remember how I said it came out in 2006?
So did a time traveler go back in time and work
10
on this?
years, Jordan. 10 years before Trump. 2 years before Obama. Man of the Year comes out. This is Man of the Year.
Politicians are a lot like diapers. They should be changed frequently and for the same reason.
Tom Dobbs was the biggest name in fake news.
More and more people are watching your show, Jon Stewart, Bill Maher, for news. How crazy is that?
Until the day he decided to stop going for laughs.
Maybe you should run for president.
And go for votes instead.
Tomorrow, I will officially announce my candidacy for president. Brace yourselves, people. It's now time for the campaign.
From Barry Levinson, the director of Rain Man, Wag the Dog, and Good Morning Vietnam.
He's in the debate?
You want to know my history, basically?
I did inhale because I thought, what the hell? It was lit.
It's in my hand. I'll inhale it.
When I was a young boy, I used to look at pictures of naked ladies.
I just farted a little while back there. If any of you wanted to ask.
He's not a puppet.
I support hydrogen cars.
It's weird because you're backed by oil companies.
And if you're representing special interest groups, maybe we should be like NASCAR. Little patches on the back. Enron. We take your money and run.
Smackdown.
He's not politically correct.
4 million illegal aliens are crossing the border with bedroom sets and night tables.
He's a one-man party.
You don't have to have an amendment against same-sex marriage. Anybody who's ever been married knows it's always the same sex.
He sounds different. Don't know what to do with him.
But what started as a joke
Have you given any thought to what the makeup of your cabinet might be?
Well, I've always been a big fan of hardwoods like teak or mahogany.
is about to end up in the Oval Office.
At 1:23 East Coast time, the free world will now be led by a comedian.
Whoops.
You're going to be president of the United States.
Time Traveler. Time Traveler went back?
Robin Williams, Jordan, plays a man who is the host of a comedy news show.
Is this your way of telling me you have a time machine?
A line in this movie, Jordan, in 2006 is that a person says, I don't trust my news from anyone else. Everyone trusts their news from Jon Stewart, Bill Maher, and I say other names too, but the notable ones are Jon Stewart and Bill Maher.
Jay Leno.
And I think Jay Leno is maybe one of them.
Probably one of the ones.
2006, Jordan. They're like, we only trust our news coming from news comedians. And so he is on there. And what's interesting, there's so many interesting things about this movie. Robin Williams does a lot of Jon Stewart, John Oliver style monologues in this on his comedy show. And what's interesting is a lot of the bits he does went on to be in later comedy specials. Like he does there's a bit he does where he's talking about the GPS. I'm gonna make this is gonna be a YouTube video, so I'll cut it in if I can find it.
It gets you off before it gets you there. And most cars now have GPS, which is kind of cool. I have a GPS in my car. I was driving across the Golden Gate Bridge. I was halfway across, and all of a sudden the car went, take a right turn. What? No can do, Hal. Not that depressed, really. And the car went, really, Robin? I saw Bicentennial Man. Shut the fuck up! Damn you! And it's a bitchy English voice, too. It goes, in 1/4 mile, take a right turn. In 1/8 mile, take a right turn. There it was. You missed it, Magellan. Should I reroute? I who has access to 12 satellites. You who doesn't look at a fucking piece of paper. And maybe they should have a GPS that ages with you, becomes age appropriate. So eventually the car's going, there's your turn, hello!
But where he does the bit where he's like, now the GPS I don't like it that the GPS is giving me instructions. It's like, take a left turn. I don't want to do that. Take a left turn here. This is a bridge. Take a left turn. I don't want to do that. Not really feeling suicidal here. Really, Robin? Really, Robin? I saw Bicentennial Man. Shut up. And you don't want it when the equipment is talking to itself. You don't want it where you go to the fridge and you're like, one ice cream bar, please. No, Robin. One ice cream bar, please. No, Robin. I've been talking to the scale. Your ass is huge. Your ass is huge. All of that shit's in this movie. It's really kind of weird. There's a bunch of jokes he did because all of the comedy bits he did when he was doing comedy was all improvised, like typical rock. And you can tell when it's improvised because Robin Williams has a particular style of improvising, and you can always tell when he's improvising. And so much of this went on to be in stand-up. It's in future stand-up he did. In future stand-up specials he
first,
did.
The chicken or the egg?
It's really strange. Yeah, it's very strange. And so, anyway. So, the part I meant to leave out, I left out, sorry, was, so he becomes president. This entertainer becomes president, and it looks like he might not actually be president because there's something wrong with the voting machines. The electronic voting machines. A big part of the plot of this movie is there is a glitch with the electronic voting machines that makes it so he is not actually president.
So it's at this juncture.
It's Jordan. Does it sound eerie? Does it sound fucking eerie?
It's at this juncture that I have to wonder if current sitting president has been playing this expert game where he saw this movie years ago and was like, oh my God, that's the perfect strategy.
Well, I mean, it's not because of how the glitch. Initially, they don't reveal. They just say there's a glitch, and they don't tell you how it works. So no,
sure, but he took the general outline and it
was eerie. There's so much of this movie is fucking creepy, Jordan. It's so creepy because it's so accurate.
We always said that he wasn't clever or smart enough to come up with any of his stuff on his own.
He took it from a movie.
Maybe he saw this movie.
I mean, certainly John Oliver or Jon Stewart could, but like the big difference is he's not a reality star. He's a Jon Stewart style political comedian.
You've altered a few of the details. You change who it's about. And Donald Trump suddenly has an action plan.
This movie is literally. What if Donald Trump? It's literally. What if we are in a different universe where Donald Trump becomes president, realizes he isn't supposed to be president? What if Donald Trump was a good guy, realized that he wasn't supposed to be president, and stood down? like there's so much of this.
That is fiction.
Where he's just a really nice, charismatic guy, and he discovers. So the glitch is basically that when people vote using these machines, it gives the vote to whoever has the alphabetical. It's ordered alphabetically. So because his name had the letters B in it instead of C, whenever they voted for the one president, the one guy, it gave him the vote. So it allowed him to win 13 states and win in the Electoral College and become president. But he finds out this glitch and he's like, I'm not actually president, and he steps down on the Weekend Update. There's a big moment where he's on the Weekend Update and he's basically saying what happened, and Tina Fey and Amy Poehler are like, yeah, we don't normally break news on this show. We normally make jokes about it. Also, the two candidates who are running for president are President Kellogg's and Senator Mills. That was funny. That was subtle. At one point, Lewis Black says in a moment that is utterly eerie, says he has a monologue where he's like, well, when you put television works like this.
Oh no, I have a glorious love-hate relationship with TV.
How so?
TV scares me. It makes everything seem credible.
Why is that so bad?
Well, if everything seems credible, then nothing seems credible. You know, TV puts everybody in those boxes side by side. On one side, there's this certifiable lunatic who says the Holocaust never happened. And next to him is this noted, honored historian who knows all about the Holocaust. And now there they sit, side by side. They look like equals. Everything they say seems to be credible. And so, as it goes on, nothing seems credible anymore. We just stop listening.
In the Times today, 60% of the voters would have voted for Dobbs if they could have.
Well, yeah. He sounds different. That's why they can hear him.
You put the guy who is the Nazi, you put him on stage, and then you have the guy debate him. And by having the guy debate him on television, it makes the Nazi seem reasonable. And I'm like, oh my God, that's like today's political discourse in a fucking nutshell. We ignored this. We ignored this and we did just that. And it happened. It made them seem reasonable. And now they're in the White House. Like, it's wild. It's crazy. Like, this movie, you read about this movie, right? And you read the reviews of it. And it's like, oh, the premise of what if the comedian ran for president is cute and novel until it decides to be this political conspiracy, which it becomes because the company that owns the voting machines want to insist that the voting machines are working, so they try to kill everyone or like frame them, or like there's a female love interest in this. They make it look like she's an alcoholic who's crazy, in order to maintain that the voting machines are working. They even come out and they're like, oh, they even do a press conference where they're like, the voting machine, we checked the voting machines and they're utterly secure, and this is the most secure an election has ever been. And it was like, whoa, this is fucking eerie. It's really fucking eerie. And you know what? You're right. Maybe somebody did get the idea to attack the voting machines based on this fucking movie. Like, and it's such an
now
unknown...
you want to talk conspiracies. I'm not going to say that that's true.
Fucking
but...
wild. I mean, ultimately it ends with he does, and it's so weird because there's so many points in the movie where they're like, he's such a good guy, he's such a nice guy, that they're like, oh, well, maybe it's better if we don't say anything because maybe you should be president. What does it matter what the actual results are, what the truth is? You're the guy who would probably be a better president because you're outside the system, because you don't think in the binary, because you have these alternative ideas of how to run things.
You're
right?
So different from the normal.
You don't fit the mold of the typical politician. And it's like, oh my God, we did this. 10 years from now, we did this.
No, I will not
We
be
as
lumped into the we.
We as a society.
America did this.
We as a people. We as humans did this. And it's always wild to me when you get a movie that predicts real life to such a creepy level. Like, there were so many points where I was uncomfortable with how creepily accurate and prophetic, I'm pretty sure I used that word right, this movie was. And
prophetic?
Prophetic? Yeah.
Prophetic?
I remember when that movie came out, and I remember being bummed out that the back half was this voting machine nonsense. But in retrospect, it's like, holy shit.
It's eerily accurate.
Eerily accurate. Creepy. Like, it was creepy. That's it. That's Man of the Year. Everyone who is into politics should watch it. Because not only because it's funny, but because of how creepy and accurate it is. You should check it out. I think it's on Crave. For free. Man of the Year. Hey there, everybody. It's N-Card Justin here. Let me know down in the comments, have you seen this oddly eerie political comedy from 2006 with Robin Williams? Let me know what you think of it down in the comments down below. But in the meantime, if you would like to see the full podcast that this is from, our Pick an Actor Redo Robin Williams versus Jim Carrey episode, you can click the box on the left. Or if you just want to see a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy, you can click the box on the right. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We put new videos out 7 days a week. or you can just leave this video a like. That helps us out as well. We will see you all in the next video. Have a good day, everybody.